Good evening and welcome to Formula Pi testing round 2, I believe is what we've called this one. It's the second round of testing. I mean, you asked for it last season, you asked for more testing, we can only give you what you ask for. So here we are tonight running testing for all competitors that have returned code to us by the deadline, which was Monday. We have 12 robots to get through tonight, we have 12 robots to get through tomorrow night, so busy, busy, busy. I believe the first robot is booted up, so without any delay, I will jump straight into the spin view to introduce the first robot who's lining up to race tonight. And we have Chitty Pi Pi, who are currently sitting third in the leaderboard. They've had a really cracking season so far, great results all round, I think, and looking to improve tonight. So hopefully they will get a good showing in the racing tonight. From Poole in the UK, 80 years of life between their team members, and they had a really good season in their first season of Formula Pi, which was last season. I believe they were in the top 20. I've lost sight of my results momentarily. I'm just skipping through all the things. They were 10th by my accounts, which was a really good result for them. So hopefully tonight they will get a little bit better and do some good laps. So the idea of tonight is we will do 2 minutes with the clock timer, and we'll see how they get on. We'll record the lap times, we'll get things going. Good evening to everyone in the chat as well, good to see you all there. Sorry for the little delay, we were just winding up the old feed and getting things started. Also apologies if you can hear any music in the background, not my choice. It's the gym next door being loud and fitness related. I'm not a big fan of fitness. I like playing and getting fit through playing rather than actually just going and doing reps. Tim's giving me the thumb up, so I believe that's Chitty Pi Pi ready to go. Yes, please. I don't know. I have to say yes, please.
Okay, so I'd like to say yes, please. That
is my job. So my name's Claire Pollard. I'll be guiding you through the racing tonight. Well, the testing tonight. I'm at the Tufty on Twitter. I'm also at Formula Pi _ if you want to talk to us tonight. We're also in the chat. Oh! Was that a little, I think there was a little pause there. The lights didn't quite recognise first time round, and Aaron gave it a cursory flick, and then Chitty Pi Pi are away. Tentatively, we might say, but still making a move, which is great. Getting around that first S-bend, looking good for them. First split's not that fast. We were just discussing today between Pico and Jamie. Current record lap time is 13.36 seconds, which was set in testing a couple of years ago, or a couple of seasons ago, sorry. And we're now looking at a 31-second first lap there for Chitty Pi Pi. Reserved, but still moving, which is good. Clearly testing out some new strategies here for them. I assume this is some new... bit of a rethink there coming into the corner. Taking the wide line here, sticking in the red, keeping it on the outside. Oh, a little bit of a spin, and then off again. That was delicate. That'd throw your competitors off. This is... We've lost sight of them now. Oh, no, they just popped out of the corner there. Just sneakily creeping their way around the track. Definitely some tentative laps here. Not quite the performance we've seen from them so far this season. I'm just consulting the leaderboard. And I believe Chitty Pi Pi got a good second place in the first challenge round. And a 4th place, I believe. Let's have a look. Oh, sorry, a 1st place in their heat. Third place. Sorry, I'm misreading everything tonight. God, there's so many numbers going on. 3rd place in their first race, but it was a really hotly contested race where the top 3 robots in that race got 30 laps apiece, it was a big heat to be in. So it was really good for them to be in a lap that good. But it seems like their form here seems to be slightly lower, I'd say, than that previous performance. I don't know what changes have been made or what decisions were made this week. Oh, no, he seems to be getting a wiggle on. All of a sudden, we're off. Oh, is that 2 minutes? Oh, it finally looks as if they're about to get in a really, really fast lap. Their robots just set off like the clappers. Oh, they're stuck on the wall again. So now Aaron has to delicately stalk the robot as we get up and running. So that is Chitty Pi Pi's first test. 3 laps there, 31 seconds for the best. Not the best performance we've seen from them. So hopefully this was just a testing. But, I mean, this is what testing's for, right? I mean, it's here to test out new things and see how we're getting on and see what improvements can be made. So yeah, good to see them running again. So in the rush to get online, I have not set anything up. I've got all of my windows not open, so I am not organised. Bad form. But whilst the next robot's booting up with their little 2-minute startup, we can introduce the next robot that's lined up on the track, ready to race. And we have here Wacky Racer from Saint-Aubin in France. They are beginners in Python and Raspberry Pi. They've raced already 1 season in Formula Pi and did well from memory. 11th place I've got recorded down on my sheet here, which was a really good start for them. This year they've upped their game and they are currently sitting second on 20 points, 2 points behind the current leaders, which is great. Looking really good for Wacky Racer this year. They've had some great rounds so far and that position is well deserved. I'm just skimming down my results to see how they've done. They came 4th in their race, which was another high lap count race, which was a tough one for them. But they won their first challenge round, which gave them a lot of good points, and they got some good laps in on that. I think they got 16... I think they got 7 laps, which is the most out of any competitor. So they were really, really good in that first challenge race. Yeah, so that's all I've got to say about them. They're still booting up. Another red lighted robot. Lovely lid as well with Muttley from Wacky Racer. It's good. Just skimming around then. Oh, Simon's in the chat. Good evening. Apparently Chitty Pi Pi is going back to the old code then. That is the decision that's been made. Good. But that's what testing's for. We don't get any better unless we try new things, and if they don't work, they don't work. So what? You can go back to the old code. It's all good. And I, for one, am pleased to see the returning of testing this year, despite the fact that it means that I have to chat a lot more and talk when not a lot's happening. Tim's got a thumb up. He's waving it furiously at me, so that means we're good to go. So yes, go.
Okay, start light signals, please.
I thought I could almost fall off then. He was wobbling that so hard then. So green, red, green, and then we'll be away. Ooh. So, interesting. As always, I always get my disclaimers out at this point. If a robot fails to start... Oh, it's away. It's away. We'll pretend we didn't see that. It's away. I was about to get my disclaimer out about robots not seeing the lights, but... this is odd, and this is odd behaviour from Wacky Racer here. Now settling into a good lap there, but a little bit spinny, a little bit tentative. Ooh, lots of spins. Is there something in the water tonight? Have the robots been drinking? Do we need to do some breathalyzer tests up there? Make sure everybody's nice and sober. So these line choices are very, very interesting. So 30-second first lap. This is interesting. So, quite wobbly in the choicing of lines that it's making. We've flipped over now, we're upside down, we're now back the right way up again, and having a bit of a reverse and an avoidance possibly. Just tripped the last sensor there before we go into the final corner. Oh, back again. Oh dear, this is not looking good for Wacky Racer. So that is 2 top 5 robots struggling here with conditions tonight. Maybe it is the music from next door that's causing them to drive like this, because to be honest with you, I'm not a fan, but, you know, we do what we can do. We have asked them to turn it down, but, you know, too busy being fitness. Have we asked them? Tim's not shaking. Tim's shaking his head at me. We haven't asked them. I thought we had. I thought we'd asked them to be polite, and Tim doesn't do people, so.
They're lovely people.
You should ask them to turn the music down then.
They're lovely. I don't know what to ask them.
Well, when YouTube pick up the songs that are in the background and then put in copyright requests for you because you've got music that you shouldn't have in your videos, then I will be passing them all on to you. Woo! 19.34 then, so 1 good lap in there at the end before the end of the 2 minutes there for Wacky Racer. Suspicious that they had the same light issue there as the previous robot. I'm not saying anything, but just interesting. Aaron flicked the lights for the first one as well. You missed that. I think you were looking somewhere else, but he did do a bit of a flick on the first one too. Just pointing it out, Tim. You can scowl at me if you want. He's not listening now. He's busy watching Aaron doing stuff. Right, so I've gone back to my thing. I've done my thing. So now I can introduce the next robot that is up to take part tonight in Formula Pi's testing round. And here we are with Codebreaker from Peterborough in the United Kingdom. This is Alex, I believe. Yes, I think that's the. I'm naming. I'm having trouble with names today. But we have met. We met at the Pi Jam. At Pi Fields, which was lovely. It's been a coder for about 5 years now, on and off with Python. Looking to improve here on the current position that they're sitting in, which is. Oh, I've lost me. I'm not organised tonight. It's a good job this is testing for me as well, for playing around with stuff and finding out where everything is. They are currently sitting in 18th place with 6 points, which is, you know, there's still time. We're still early doors with Formula Pi here. We haven't done many rounds. It's good to, it's, you know, there's still time to get up in the top 5. So I've been mincing my words today a little bit as well. Someone said, Sim UK said in the chat that you probably just looked at the size of the guys in the cross-training bit and walked back out again. If you've ever met Tim, he's not the smallest of chaps, so he would probably fit in. Slightly different build. Yes. You're not a cross-trainer. Yes, that's more like it. He's doing his impression of a weightlifter with a Victorian moustache right now. In, you know, those little like one-piece swimsuit things with tights and those big weights with the round weights on the end.
This seems to be a common theme.
Yeah.
Me in one-piece swimsuits.
I think Paul mentioned it, didn't he?
He did.
About your kit that you were wearing. Yeah. But it's your Formula Pi uniform now, isn't it, though? He's giving me the thumb. Okay. Set them off, please. Let's set off Codebreaker.
Okay,
See how we do. So hopefully Codebreaker will get away here. It appears like nobody has been listening to the advice that I gave at Pi Fields. What is in the water tonight, Tim? What is in the water? That is 3 robots who had to have a couple of flicks of the old lights there now.
I don't know.
Is it because it hasn't rained and the track is very, very dry? I'm intrigued by this now because this is a common theme here. Not that I'm pointing fingers, because I never would point fingers, but it does make you think. Codebreaker's away now, upside down though, struggling with the back of the S's. Turned in the same position as the other robots. Not that I'm putting patterns, but... Ooh. This is difficult. Let's see how Codebreaker gets on. Can they get around this first corner? Well, this last corner, sorry, into the first straight. Is the can. Now straight lining it. Yes. 1 lap done. 54 seconds. Can we get another couple of laps in before the end here? Average time normally is around the 15-16 second mark, but nobody's been achieving that tonight. I'm going to blame it on the water. I'm going to blame it on the fact it hasn't rained for like 2 months. And us Brits are feeling a bit dried out. Tim's looking in his watch. Shaking his head a little bit. He's now looking back up at me. At the screen now. Still shaking his head a little bit. I'm expecting a tug on the beard any second. Oh, he stopped. And we're back again. There it is. I saw it. Tug on the beard. Means he's thinking. Thinking hard.
I can't see any reason those lights would be a problem. Let's see what the next ones do.
Shall I put your mic on so you can actually talk? Hang on a second.
Let me move the mic first before you turn it.
Oh. Yeah, go on then. I turned it on. Now I've turned it off again.
Okay. So I was just saying, I can't think of any reason that would cause the robots not to see the lights. Potentially lighting in the background, but lighting hasn't changed. Maybe it's because we're midsummer, a bit more ambient light. Don't know. We shall investigate it.
Okay. Well, that's it. 2 minutes is up now for Codebreaker. Best lap 27 seconds there, and giving Aaron a bit of a headache for the pickup. I'm going to turn your mic back off again now, Tim Freeburn, so you'll be silenced.
Okay.
Silence! Okay. He's gone now. We'll never hear him again. I've put him back in his box. So that was Codebreaker. 24 second best lap there. Oh, sorry, 27 second best lap there. Somebody's just suggesting wouldn't. if you've not been reading the news, you've probably completely obliviously missed the wouldn't.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there is something fishy going on. There is something not fishy going on, I guess, is the... Lols. No, we're very aware of the jokes. Obviously, 45 has been in our thoughts this week, due to being over here for a little bit and insulting our PM and making the Queen walk behind him and stuff. Like all the things that happened. Yes, wouldn't. I did see that in the news. I don't understand. I am but a naive soul and say what I mean. So that's all the political stuff I'm going to do. You've reset the timer. So let's go back to... I feel like something's weird. This is like Stranger Things. It feels like there's some sort of alternative reality going on in the background here.
Don't say the upside down.
No, I won't say the upside down. We had the upside down for the first season. We don't have the upside down anymore. It's not a bad place to be. Right, where am I? Oh God! If only you knew what was actually happening. It's just everything's everywhere. Right, next person to take on tonight's testing and test out their code is FKCLJ from San Francisco in the USA. Coding generally for a long time. Currently sitting in 23rd place after failing to get away during their races. They did not see the lights. Fingers crossed that tonight they will see the lights. But I am sceptical. Not because of their code possibly being, I don't see the code, I don't know what's happening, nothing to do with their code, but because the 3 robots previous have missed the lights tonight, and while we are flicking them feverishly, we don't know how they're going to do. So hopefully tonight FKCLJ will get away. Tim's giving me the thumb, just hold on one moment. Spin View is still exiting. We're reversing, go. And we're back in the room. Off you go.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
We have had that where we set off the race before the spin view had finished because I gave Tim the incorrect message. So green, red, green, throw away, yes! Thank you, AFKCLJ. Broken the rhythm we had of people missing the lights and not going and then going on the 2nd or 3rd cycle. Good for you. Great start, and we're off. Oh, I'm cracking my knuckle, sorry everyone. Very cracky noise. I can see Dana in the chat room. I'm assuming you are AFKCLJ. Amazing, you are away. So far tonight you have the fastest lap time, congrats. And this is looking really good. A little bit sinusoidally as we're coming in, but we are away and we've hit that 17-second mark. So that is a top end of average, I'd say, for lap times. Best is held by the IT guy, 13.36 seconds, which is brilliant. So I'm glad you've got away, this is great. Let's see how we do. This could be a 15-seconder. This is looking pretty handy. 16.4, nice. It's good average times here. This is looking very, very good for AFKCLJ. Clearly, whatever you've done this week is looking good for you. A little bit of a pause to get off the line, but that can often be handy because people will be, getting off and crashing in the corners, and you can just avoid them when you get there. 17.84 now, a little bit slower than previous efforts, but still all in the same sort of ballpark. 1.4 seconds. It's looking good. So I might get a full complement of laps in here. This would be great. 10 laps, I think, is about what you can achieve in 2 minutes, 20 seconds apiece, if my maths is working. 17.44. These are all looking very, very good. This is nice and consistent. Consistency is key. Wasn't actually one of my top 5 tips at Raspberry Fields. It was, I missed that one out actually. Consistency is key. But we did go for following the lights, which you are doing. Keeping all 4 wheels on the track, which you are doing. Not going in the gravel, again, tick. And not losing wheels, tick. This is all looking good for you. So here's another lap in the bag. 17.02, just squeezed that in under the 2-minute mark. Wonderful performance from AFKCLJ. That is a 16.4, is the best lap there. Looking good. Congrats. That is a good set of tests. I hope the logs are to your liking when you get them back, when we send them out. So well done, AFKCLJ. Great start. My fears of this being something fishy in the air or whatever have been not confounded. So that's good news. Tim will breathe a sigh of relief that there's nothing fishy going on with the robots. Next up, we have Formula Pi, I'd say old schooler. I think this is your third time now entering Formula Pi. It's the IT guy from Independence in Oregon. First season of Formula Pi, came second in the final, did very, very well, hold the lap record at 13.63 seconds. Absolute belter of a lap. Brilliant run. And then last year it didn't go so well and they failed to make the final and had a bit of a bad year. I think currently finishing 12. Now in their third season of Formula Pi with this wonderful burnt fire lid. It's actually got real life googly eyes, which I have wiggled furiously at Tim when I found out there were googly eyes in it. Currently IT guy is sitting in 23rd place, same as we are looking at the bottom of the table there. But that's not to say that the IT guy can't pull it back. Fingers crossed that it's just a temporary thing, you know, and we'll get on the leaderboard tonight. Well, not tonight, next 2 weeks. I keep thinking this is for points, and the only points you could possibly win is by impressing me, because I have my award to give out at the end of the season, don't I, for best avoidance. Is it best avoidance or is it just my favourite? 10 points for everyone. 10 points for everyone because you're all my favourites. Yay! Because I can't decide. This is, yes, just waiting for it to boot up now. We are looking for a yellow light on the bottom of this robot. I think that is still white, or is it yellow? Is it yellow? That's yellow. Looks quite white to me from here. I'm waiting for Tim's thumb. There it is. Yes, please.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
It's a very important thumb. I feel like I should paint it pink or something so I can see it more visibly from here. And we're off. The IT guy is away, slow start, and then all of a sudden launching the attack on the first corner, kipping it in the middle, which is good. Ooh, really getting in that inside line on that first corner, and I think we've crashed. But that is looking good for the IT guy. And Jamie has just turned up in the chat. Good evening, BK Taco. I see you. But ooh, this is going well. 21 seconds. But really cutting that, like carving that inside line in the S's. A bit wibbly wobbly, but still really diving for the inside line on that S's. That's really good driving. 17 seconds now. We're looking a bit more promising. Getting down to the pointy end of things. Quite aggressive in the turning. Ooh, funny pixelated stuff there. I'll do that on clear in a minute. There we go. Hopefully the turning will get a little bit of spin there for the camera. Bit of a J-turn and we're back on form again. Back in the right lines. 20 seconds there for that lap. Yeah, Swinders, 6-7 laps in 2 minutes. Yes, my maths was wrong. Very wrong. I was doing like minutes or 100 seconds because that's the day I've had. It's just been so long. Let's see how the IT guy can do here. Laps all around the 19-second mark. This is looking still quite good though. Ooh, bit of a bash and a turn around and come back again. And spin and go back. Ooh, bit of a crash. So it was going alright, now it's all gone a bit wonky. But the googly eyes are still making me laugh. I love it, they're brilliant. I was wibbling it for quite some time. Just very impressed with the googly eyes. And that is it for the IT guy. Sorry, I was just trying to sort my earpieces out. They are not settling in my ears tonight, so I can't actually hear anything. So I'm just playing and yawning and trying to get my ears to pop. One moment. There we go. Everyone can hear me pop in my ears now. There we go. I can actually hear properly now. I think the super dry weather and the funny pressures that are going on at the moment because it hasn't rained and it's really like looming is playing with my head something chronic at the moment.
It's drying out our brains.
It is drying out. Us British people, we can't cope without rain. We dry out. It's you know, it's just horrible. It's not rained in how long now? A month and a half? 6 weeks? 7 weeks? We've not had rain. In the UK, that's massively unusual. I feel like I've forgotten what rain is. I don't even know what it is anymore. Right, so let us move on to the next spin view and the next set of people to be racing tonight. So here we have a new team to Formula Pi who I'm not familiar with, and I think this is possibly their first run in Formula Pi ever. This is number 124. It's Maxius Racing from Sheffield in the UK. Oh, the City of Steel. Amazing. They learned some Python 2 years ago to enter Pi Wars, and they've not done much since. Pi Wars is a great competition to enter. Would highly recommend it. This is I'm a Daily on Twitter. I know your handle. Yes. You had the amazing small tin robot at Pi Wars that did the assault course in incredible time. It was a really teeny tiny robot. I also love the ducks in the picture, and Tim has just done an impression of a duck drinking water. Yeah, it's beautiful. So beautiful. If you could see. Yes, I do know who you are. Hello, good evening. And you're here joining us for the first time. Great entry. Can't wait to see your lid, if you've got a lid coming. That'd be good. I have to admit as well, I'm looking at this. I'm just reading through your list. I get a little sheet of people to let me know who people are when there are new people. I have to admit, we've met several times and we've chatted, but I have forgotten your name, which is really rude. I'm really bad with the names. Tim's giving me thumbs up. Good. Away we go.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
I try to remember everyone's name as best I can, but I do struggle sometimes because there are a lot. And we're off. Okay, so now we're fine. Pretty sure there are no problems, but we are looking good here for Maxius Racing. Oh, banging into that last corner. A couple of people having trouble with that corner tonight, but good avoidance there. Saw the black thing and reversed out. And I'm Daily has just joined the chat. Good evening. Just in time. 26 seconds first lap. Good. First lap's on the board. You can see there's a little bit of avoidance going on when you hit the barrier and reversed out, which is great. See how we're getting on. This looks very smooth. Nice. So this looks better now we've settled down a bit. Just flicking through paperwork. 18.45. Good second lap. See if we can do better for the third. I think we probably can. 16 seconds, 17 seconds here we're looking at. Pretty good, 18.49, very close to the previous lap time. Going for consistency here. Oh, bit of a spin as we come out of the first corner. Sticking pretty much to the midline, which is good, apart from that first foray into the S's in the first lap. But still looking good now. 20.74 seconds for the fourth lap, probably squeezing one more. Alex, good. I had a thought it might be, but I kind of go, is it? Did I remember it right? Do I remember things? But your little tin robot I always remember from Pi Wars because it was very, very cute. It was the smallest, most compact robot I think I've ever seen at Pi Wars. It was absolutely brilliant, and the time that you got doing the assault course was brilliant. Because it's tricky at best, especially when the course almost swallowed your robot up because it was just so big compared to your robot. It was brilliant. Great little robot. Struggling here on the fifth lap. Not going to get another time in, but that's good. Still 18 seconds laps. Not shabby at all. That is really good times. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see you for racing in a couple of weeks with that code. Because that looked good. It was alright. A bit of a wibble going into the S's in the first corner, but still avoided and got out, which is great. So now, sponsors. Do you have to run off? No. Are you perched for the evening now? Good. He looks cosy in the corner, settling down for a nap. Now the cameras are automated for tonight. It doesn't really have to do much. Tim's job tonight is a rather relaxed one, isn't it? That's him bashing the key. That's basically his one job. Good for you. Right. So, talking of one job, We have lots of lovely sponsors who gave us their support, and they've given us prizes and all sorts of lovely things. We wouldn't be here without you, all the Kickstarter followers that backed us the first time around. So first up, POSIX. They've got accurate indoor GPS positioning systems. We use them in the Raptor class robots. They were on display at Raspberry Fields if you came along to that. And they're awesome. Check them out. Next up, my Pi, our friends in Tunbridge Wells. Hello. They sell everything and anything to do with the Raspberry Pi. Check them out if you need anything at all. They're your go-to Raspberry Pi shop. Next up, Electromaker.io, a hardware hacking community with lots of lovely blogs and tutorials on how to make things. Go and check out their stuff. Next up, IQ Audio, who is racing tomorrow night in testing. They have lovely audio DAX amps and hats for the Raspberry Pi. Also, Pi Moroni from Sheffield on Sea. Also, check out the Hyperpixel, which I saw they launched yesterday, which is a beautiful, beautiful, lovely touchscreen for the Raspberry Pi. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I believe they've already sold out, so tough. I know they put some back on this afternoon, so they may have some still. Don't quote me on that. Go and check at Pi Moroni for more information. 60 frames a second. That's unreal. It looks really nice as well. I'm half tempted to buy one just to put on my little BMX thing on the back of my number plate. I thought that would look really rad.
It would be awesome.
Maybe that's like mod 2. Maybe once I've done the Astro Pi I could move it to the Hyperpixel and have like a proper display. Maybe I can make a number board with that display.
Is that 800 by 480, I think?
Would it fit on a number board? This is plus plus. I think I'm gonna have to. That's for me later. If you've not seen, the great irony about me is how, although I've been in the Raspberry Pi community-ish, and I've been to shows and I've talked to people and you've seen me about and I've given talks, etc., etc., I haven't actually done anything with a Raspberry Pi, which is big lols. So I decided I was going to end that a couple of weeks ago, and I started my own project making a flight computer for my BMX to go on the back of a number board so I can ride around and measure G-forces. It's on my Twitter. If you want to follow me, you can find out about it. Yes, please. SpinView.
Have we done SpinView?
No.
Okay.
No, we haven't. Have you?
No.
I have been informed that the touch version sold out again today. Yeah, it was always gonna. Good product. And it looks beautiful as well. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's gorgeous. So, next up, so moving to the second half of the draw now, we have Team Yoshi, who are our current Formula Pi leaders from Funabashi in Chiba in Japan. They've been coding for about half a year, and that half a year's coding experience has pushed them right up to the top of the leaderboard with 22 points currently sitting really comfortably at the top of the chart. It's their first season of Formula Pi. They got a first in their challenge series that they did earlier on this year. And they got, I'm just checking the results for the challenge series. They got a first in their challenge as well, which has put them firmly at the top of the leaderboard. So really smashing it. Hopefully tonight this will just be routine, good laps in from Team Yoshi, and we'll see how they do. Yes, please.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
See if Team Yoshi can get away here. Good performance from them in the challenge and the races so far. Slow and steady into that first corner, but we're round. Oh, bit of a spin. And they're off. "23 seconds for the first lap." Ooh. Ooh, always going sideways on the walls makes me nervous because it's so easy to beat yourself like that and get yourself just perched on the rubber barrier. It's a dangerous game to play. Whilst cutting the corners as close as you can is great for getting them fast laps, it's not the way to go because you could get easily beached, especially on those low sides on the first straight. It's Team Yoshi here struggling to get round. But smoother now as we come into the second full lap, really. 20.87, those two in the middle are where they've gone back and forth across the laser timing line. This looks like a better lap. Oh, this looks very tight. Much better though. 17.68. That was much, much better. You could see that was going to be a quick one. They just seemed to slow down a little on the headbanger corner there. Really bringing it close into the wall and slowing right down. But this is looking okay for Team Yoshi as they spin around in the S's. Oof, up and over onto that wall. It's dangerous to play that game with the low barriers around that part of the track. Oh no! Oh, I thought I saw a little flashing light then. I think it was the Raspberry Pi light flashing underneath, not the reset light. I always get nervous when I see flashing lights because it's the end of days for the robots when they get that. So a bit of a slower lap, but I think that's it. That is it. Race over for Team Yoshi. Best lap time there, 17.68 seconds. We ignore the two in the middle because they were back and forths. But still, good. I'd say not quite as good as their previous performances, but something to work towards, definitely. And that's Aaron moving Team Yoshi away. So I'm looking down my leaderboard. We have 5 robots remaining tonight to run. Have I just done that right? I think I have. So let's introduce you to the next robot that Aaron is currently lining up on the track whilst I shuffle in my chair. There we go. Next up tonight, we have nephew of racing pedigree in Formula Pi. It's LambdaQ Racing from Hamburg in Germany. Not a bit of coding experience, so either that means a lot or none. I'm debating on which one it is. They are new to Formula Pi. This is their first season racing, and I believe they've done well so far. I'm just checking the results. They are currently sitting in 20th place at the moment with 6 points. I believe that is 6 laps on the challenge, but it's a good start. Lots to improve on. Tim's doing some sort of hand gesture to me. Was it interpretive dance? It is interpretive dance, it's fine. He breaks out into this sometimes. I wish you could see it. It's such a thing of beauty. Interpretive dance in that outfit that Paul saw when he came for the final. It's a beautiful thing. You can just see the light has flicked over there. So I think we're probably almost ready to go. You've got 2-minute time on. You'll tell me how long. Oh, he's loitering. Hello.
Hello. I was just coming to have a look at the chat.
Oh, okay. Feel free. So everyone can say hello to Tim now because he's here.
Prizes. There we go. Did anyone get any prizes? We haven't sent the prizes out yet, although I have 3 very nice trophies sat in front of me. And
that's those over there. They are lined up ready for shipping. Oh, exactly. I see. There they are.
And we have the robots all, well, the bits and pieces for prizes.
Oh, there's actually
I will do a...
Oh, there's a special new board there.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is why it's taken a little bit of time for us to get together. There is a special new board there, which is very nice. Yes, that's very lovely. So they will be going out. Yes, they will be going out soon. We were waiting for the components to come in for those boards, I believe. Yes, thumb up.
Okay, we're ready.
Good. Please send away LambdaQ.
Okay, start the light sequence, please.
And because of the video delay, everyone's saying hello now in the chat. So you can say hi back again. He says hi back again. Right, LambdaQ is off for their testing time here. 2 minutes. Straight on. Straight on. Is that a refusal at the first corner? No, not quite. Nice lid. I haven't seen this lid yet. This looks good. Nice distinctive lid. That's easy to see. Oh, bit of a bounce there. That was a serious bounce. Oh, lots of twisting and turning here. Avoiding their own shadow, maybe? It seems quite intense here, the movement. That's not a 26-second first lap or a 1-second lap. We are hovering over the first straight line. If only these were times. It's like Wipeout. Ooh. I used to love playing Wipeout. It's quite therapeutic when you got into it. In a weird way. So struggling to get around this first corner here for LambdaQ. Lots of spinning about. I'm rubbing up against the wall a little bit as well. Struggling to get any laps down. Probably first minute done here. Possibly moving into the second minute. They've disappeared out of view. So no laps completed here, and I think this is probably going to be calling it a day in about 20-30 seconds. Lots of banging about. That robot's going to need some maintenance for tomorrow, I think. It's going to need the wheels tightening up. Maybe this is a shakedown. Maybe this is they were testing your handiwork, Tim. Mid-season shakedown of all the robots. Oh, it's got to be close now. There it is. I heard him stab the key. So that's it. 2 minutes is up. No laps completed there for LambdaQ Racing, but lots of movement, which is good, but just not necessarily in the right direction. So things to work on there for LambdaQ. Right. How we doing? 4 left tonight before we can all go and have our dinner. It's pseudo fish and chip Friday for me and Tim. Yes.
Can't wait.
I know. I'm so excited. Fish and chip Friday is a bit of a religious event in our household. But because of the structure of our week this week, we've moved Friday to Wednesday. So take the week off, everyone. We've decided it must be so, therefore just take it off. So tell your bosses I said it was alright. Next up, we have Randers del Infierno, who are 4-time Raspberry Pi Formula Pi competitors right now. They have some stunning results in their championship rankings. My words. They had a 3rd and a 5th in the first 2 series of Formula Pi that they entered. They didn't finish in the final last year. They were definitely top 10. And looking to be back in the final this year to cement their place in Formula Pi lore. So good luck tonight, Randers del Infierno. Tonight, currently standing in 15th place. It takes me a while to scroll up the leaderboard now because it's so long. So long. 15th on the leaderboard so far with 22 laps in the bank. They are looking good for tonight. Still booting up. That light looks a little bit orange still. I'm not quite sure if they've cycled around to their red colour, or maybe they have, and maybe it just looks weird on my screen. Oh. That could have been curtains. I just stabbed the keyboard with my hands. Oh, I might not have put my phone on airplane mode. I did put my phone on airplane mode. Suddenly thought, I've not got my phone on airplane mode. It could be going beep, 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 beep. I bet Tim's not got his on airplane mode, has he? I bet he's on Twitter whilst he's doing this. Have you? Oh, good boy. Well done.
So I think we're having a restart.
Do we? Okay. So as with all, I can now use my disclaimer. Now we've got 2 minutes to talk about stuff. My disclaimer is, in the event of it being a hardware failure or an issue with any part of the robot that is out of the competitor's control, we will rerun you guys probably tomorrow night, because we do have a session tomorrow night, if there is a problem with the hardware. If this is a software issue, then we will look at the logs and try to work out what might have caused the problem and help you debug it so that you can run the code in the future. That's how we roll. They're the rules. Always the rules. That's looking better this time. They've gone to the red colour we were expecting them to be. So we'll give them the full 2 minutes and then we will test out the light sequence. Please. Just doing a little dance. Pass the time. So there's not really much occurring in the Pi community at the moment. Oh, I should mention Alex's Kickstarter, shouldn't I?
Oh, yeah.
the lovely Raspberry Pi, Alex Eames, has a new Kickstarter, the Raspberry Pi Nightlight. I believe it hit funding today. It was close. It was, when I looked last night, it was I think he had £6,000 and he needed 7. So he must have got. I'm going to go and check now whilst we're here, because that'll bug me that I didn't know.
While you're looking that up, you're ready to go.
Well, away you go then, please.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
He has made his Kickstarter. Cha-ching. And Raspberry Pi are away as well. What a double whammy there of information. Alex has met his goal on Kickstarter, so congratulations, Alex. It's obviously a goer. Well done. It's a very pretty little bit of kit. Ooh, 16.5 seconds. Raspberry del Infierno are back on form. Is this the return to form that we've been waiting for and we've been looking for? That is hugging those S's. Really tight. 16.1, here we are. They're back. Welcome back, guys. Good to have you back with us. Bill says, missed it again. Note to self-check notifications on a more regular basis. Yeah. Sorry, this time around we didn't really promote it very well. Oh, 15.66, yes! Here we are. Now we're looking faster. Yes, this is tasty. Now I'm paying attention. Lovely. So we have some very, very good laps. This is clearly a bit of a masterclass in how to Formula Pi. Can we get a sub 15 seconds from the guys from Madrid? Let's see if we can. 16.04 on the 4th lap. Come on. Oh no, we've hit the wall. We've flipped. And now moving decidedly slower, but... Oh no. Okay. Ooh, bit of a wheelie there. Just chucking on the handbrake as we're going round, but they're off. Let's hope they can flip back over, because those first 4 laps were really, really good. That was looking so tasty. Interesting how are they upside down there. But oh, are they going to flip? Go on. Oh, there's quite a bounce there as they reversed. Boof, boof, boof. And they flipped themselves over. Good news. Can they turn back around and get going the right way? Past the... Oh no, we're going the wrong way again. Oh dear. That is not a 28 or a 26 second lap, sorry. Oh, that's it. Oh, I was hoping to even get back into it. So first 4 laps were an absolute masterclass in how to Formula Pi. Last 2 laps, not so much. But still, it's great to have Raspberry del Infierno back and doing what they do best and showing off their racing pedigree. Well done, guys. Good first 4 laps. Good first lap time there. What was it? 15.66. That's the first sub 16 we've had all night. So well done. Next up, whilst I fiddle about with my computer, we have another new team for Formula Pi this year. Lots of new entrants, lots of new teams, which is always great to see. It is Makespace Randers from Randers in Denmark. Their coding experience they list as none to medium, so good range of coders there in the team. And they are currently sitting in, I'm scrolling down the leaderboard, 23rd place. Currently on 0 points. There's a glut of people who haven't quite made any points this year on the leaderboard, but hopefully looking to improve tonight. Yeah. I love the logo. The logo's very cool, very Minecrafty. I like it. I'm trying to find out some results for them as well from previous series so we can see what happened. So they didn't start in their race, so that was that one, and again didn't start in their challenge, so hopefully, fingers crossed tonight, we'll get off the line, get some laps in, smash it out. Fingers crossed. Can I see a thumb yet from Tim? No. But yes, Alex has met his target. He's just pipped over the post by £30, which is good to see. Well done, Alex.
That's on day 2.
That is day 2, yep. So not quite his record of, was it? an hour and a half, maybe something. It was something ridiculous. Alex's record for getting a Kickstarter funded was insane, and this is clearly another one to add to his collection of amazing Kickstarters that he's produced over the years. They've been some absolutely fabulous ones. He's created 8 in total now, and they've all been funded as far as I can see, which is a absolutely fantastic record. Yes, please, off we go, to me.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
Make space rounders are off. A little pause, and then a reverse, and then we're off again. Good tactic. Oh, I can see they've got a lid there that hasn't been photographed or put up on the thing that tells us everyone's lids. TNF.
Oh, they're not.
No, they've got, obviously that's not a standard lid. That is a definite returned lid, not updated on the photos.
My mistake. I will update that lid.
Fabulous, thank you. .61. We've got a first lap in here for Make Space Randers. Yes. Quite tentative around that start-finish line. Not quite sure what's going on there, and then I'm going in reverse. But we have had 1 lap in now, which is great. Let's come back up again. Turn around at the back of the S's and we're off again. So we'll ignore those first 2 laps. Well, sorry, ignore those middle 2 laps. The first one is a legit lap. See if they can get round now for a complete lap. Here we go. Oh, stopping and having a think at the end of each corner. Interesting strategy. Would definitely throw competitors who'd be following closely up the rear. That could really, really throw people off. But this is working now. This could be a sub 25 seconder. It is 21 seconds, looking good. Picking up pace now. Good. This is all good, sticking to the midline now. Maybe those first 2 laps are doing one particular type of thing and the second laps are not doing that anymore. People can choose to do that, can choose to do some things for the first few laps and then not things for the others. Nice, 18.38 seconds on the 5th lap. Looking good. Bit of a reverse, bit of a think about where to go. But that is it. That is the 2 minutes up for Make Space Randers. There we go. Are there any other announcements I need to make? Tim F, be thinking. Shaking his head at me. No. Next up, lining up now on the start-finish line, we have Think Robot Team from Villeneuve-d'Ascq in France. Many years of coding experience and another new driver for Formula Pi. Mincing my words tonight, something chronic. They are currently sitting in 16th place with 8 points on the leaderboard after a mixed bag of results in the first few rounds. I'm just skimming down to see where they came in the... They didn't start in their race series, so they missed that one out. So they must have got their points from their challenge series, which they did. They came first in their challenge round with 8 laps achieved. Sorry, 8 points achieved, 3 laps. But still a good start for them, so clearly didn't start their race round. So tonight hoping to just get off the line and get some good laps in for practice. I think we're all quite sleepy this week. I think we've had a... I think the heat's starting to impact us. And we're not sleeping. It's too hot. It's gone to red. There we go. So that's good news for Think Robot Team. You look really sleepy, Timmy. He is. That's why he's got his microphone off tonight, because he'd like to take a nap if he could. If I'd leave him alone for 5 minutes, he probably would.
Ask if anyone else has noticed if I've missed a lid at all.
I've been keeping an eye on that sit rep. We're fine. You've just missed that one. Make Space Randers, I have not seen go up. Was that the rack of lids for tomorrow night? I can see they're just...
Yes.
Oh. Beautiful rack. It is a very nice rack. It's lovely. Yes, please.
Okay, robot is ready for lights. Okay, start light sequence, please.
I believe that rack has been milled by Tim Freeburn himself out of a piece or two before. It's a lovely, lovely thing. Oh, flick of the lights. And we're off. Oh, that's the 4th one tonight that we've had where the lights have had to be flicked several times for the robots to register. Interesting. Very interesting. But we're away now for the Think Robot team. .69 seconds. Good first lap. This is looking tidy. Very tidy, in fact. I've got no criticisms or anything bad to say at all. Looking good. 19.43. A little bit slower than that first lap. A little bit of a wiggle there coming into the first corner. But settling down now as they go into the S's. Oh, almost a right angle turn there into the S's. A really hard turn in. A bit of a handbrake there, I reckon. These robots have handbrakes. They lock up the rear wheels and get them to spin round. 20.63 seconds. No diffs in these robots. The Raptors have a diff though, don't they? They do. Yeah. 2 diffs. That should make driving interesting. Independent braking? No braking. Okay. Oh, we've stopped now. I think Space Team are having a... Is that a reset or a pause? Can we get a flip round view on that?
It's a pause.
Hmm.
There's a red light, which is the correct colour, so...
Yes, if it had cycled, it would be kind of orange right now. Okay, so we've had a pause, we've had a stop. And it's all quiet. The feed hasn't stopped. Just waiting for the Think Robot. Maybe the Think Robot team is having a think. Taking the opportunity to rest. And that's it. After 3 good laps, having a bit of a rest, which is fine.
Maybe they're becoming a trollbot.
Maybe they are becoming a trollbot. To first beat the trollbot, you have to become the trollbot. Is that not the... That is the mantra, I believe. Yeah, to first become a troll, you must... Wait, to first beat the troll, you must become a troll. No, that is not advice for life. Don't take that. Tim's enough troll for all of us. Don't need any more trolls in this world. That made a disappointed sound then. You sounded disappointed about that fact. Finally, tonight, last robot we have up, then we can all go about our lives as normal. We have Sheldons Fury, who is back for more Formula Pi this year. Their first season in total, but had a really, really good running so far. Currently sitting in 7th place on 12 points. They managed to get, I'm just looking down the list, 2nd place in their challenge. And they then got what must have been a good result, a 2nd place with 21 laps from their race, which is great. Really good results for Sheldons Fury so far, so hopefully tonight just building on the momentum they've got so far, which will push them further up the leaderboard when it comes to the actual racing in a few weeks' time. Yeah, so 7th place, 12 points, 23 laps. Good stats there. A couple of places off making the final 5. So, green light, good. Tim's having a bit of a yawn. Very tired, aren't we? Too much going on. Oh, there was a bang from next door. Hopefully no one's died. Yeah, weightlifting, throwing down, deadlifting. I did a bit of that yesterday. And Monday.
No weights on them.
It pretty much was with no weights, but I've just not... Yeah. I'm just happy to lift anything. I'd be happy to lift my shopping without groaning like an old lady, if I'm honest. So I'm flicking around, having a look at how things are getting on. He's got his thumb up again for the final time tonight. Let's send off Sheldons Fury. He's about to eat his hand.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
Tim, that is not Sheldons Fury. Oh no, the lights are on. Nobody's home. We're giving it a good old flick tonight because we had lols with lights earlier on. That is not good for Sheldons Fury. So as I always say, in the event of a hardware failure or something that is out of the competitor's control, we will rerun that robot. We'll investigate it fully tonight before tomorrow's heat. If it's a software failure, we will get in touch with you, Sheldon, and we will work with you to try and fix what bug may have caused this non-start tonight. So, much quicker than I would normally have done, but that's it for tonight. We're done. We will be back tomorrow night, same time, same place, 8:30 BST on our YouTube channel.
6:30.
Sorry, I saw 18:30 in my head and said 8. 6:30. See what I mean? Tiredness. This is tired face. 6:30 on our YouTube channel, BST. We'll be back. If Aaron set off the timer. It's off now. It's going. Race over. So that's it. We're done. See everybody tomorrow, I'm guessing. Hopefully we'll have a bit more sleep between now and then, and me and Tim will be a bit perkier tomorrow. So have a good evening, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye for now.